My name is Eleanor Gilchrist. I'm the daughter of Thelma and Cornelius Moss of Willington. I am the granddaughter of Jordan Patrick and Emily Mulroney. And my other grandparents are Alfred Moss and Anna Moss. And Alfred is Alfred II. And I'm the wife of Irving Gilchrist.
So you live in the Willington on the Way community?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and you were talking about, we were going back when you were little, and you said you remembered first grade. Tell me about it.
Okay, as I said, we live in Willington, and approximately 1 mile down the road from us is something shaped like a house. The building is shaped like a house. But that's where we attended the Springfield AME Church. And within that building, during the week, we attended school there. I attended first grade, and the building had 2 rooms. I attended first grade, so we had first through third grade on one side of the building. And on the other side, they had 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And my brothers attended on that side of the building.
So you had 2 teachers?
We did.
Okay.
We did. And then after that, they built a new school in Willington. And that school was MIMS number 3. So I went through 2nd grade through 7th grade at MIMS number 3 in Willington. But that's as far as they went to 7th grade. But then we were bused to McCormick for the 8th grade.
And that's where we are now.
Yes, we're in McCormick right now. And I attended 8th grade in the building, which was a wood frame building. And it was just across the bridge from MIMS High School. So after graduation, 8th grade, we just moved across the bridge to the high school. And there I attended from 9th through 12th grade.
Do you remember any of the boys or the girls starting school late because they had to help their families bring in the crops?
During the time that I was in school, there were only a very few that would come late.
So at the time you went to the schools, were they segregated or integrated?
They were segregated.
But you still interacted with people in the community, or when you worked or played?
When I grew up in Willington, there weren't very many young white people. The only white person I remember was the person who ran the grocery store, his son, and that was Wright Jr. But he was very friendly, and so we didn't come in contact with too many white people within the community because, as we know, then the white people lived uptown. But then the black people, were on the other side of the track.
So is your childhood home still standing?
No, it is not. But my husband and I, we still live in the home place where I was born. We are in a new house, a different house, but we're in that same spot.
Oh, okay. Well, we were talking about saving this building, and I know in Willington that they had worked together to save some of the buildings and the structures. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, when I was growing up, 2 of those buildings were open as a grocery store. One was the Wright Andrews grocery store, and the other one was the Heminger grocery store. Okay, so now a part of the Andrews grocery store, is the bookstore. And it's a wonderful place with many, many books.
But many people don't know how the communities of McCormick and Willington work together so that people, they would come from, as you're saying, Calhoun Farms,
Falls.
Falls, Abbeville, Willington on the Way, Mount Carmel, and come down to McCormick to go shopping and to go out sometime. And the people from here would go up and down. So these were communities that just worked in tandem, especially when the mill days were coming.
Right. And one of the buildings now houses the History Center. Now, you talking about a great place to be for history. That is the place. And I went there one day and I was looking in this big ledger they had there, and it told about how the people traded the animals for farm land and different things in the name of the mules or the cows. And I even saw my grandmother Emily's name in the book.
Wow.
I thought that was so amazing.
It is. I've seen your family's name in many records, and when I went to Willington on the way, Sarah Johns gave me the history of my family.
Okay.
She had it there at that center. And that's why these buildings really need to be preserved for that feeling to see what happened years ago. What was your family doing? How the communities interacted.
Yes, it does.
So I wanted to thank you for coming and talking with me and telling me about a time that I wasn't here.
Okay.
I've really enjoyed it. And thank you, Eleanor.
You are welcome.
Thank you.